Hello guys, Samar on this side, back again with new tutorial video. In this video of that series, we are going to learn about how to add custom font in our Flutter app. So let's start the video. If you see the last video of my tutorial, you maybe notice I already getting ready with the custom font here. So what we have to do to add that custom font in our Flutter app, we have to first copy it here. Now we have to come back to our coding part. So in the last video we know about different kind of images with asset and network images, and we also load the images. So we can add the text. We can test our custom font with that images as well. So I make the images in the hub of the section so that it will be looking good, and I just change it to the asset image because the asset image is very much strong enough to say. So assets / images. Okay, so okay, because that was the asset image, sorry, my bad. Okay, so that the asset image. Now we have to show also the text here to change to see if we can add the custom font or not. So for that, what we have to do, we have to do the container that will take the rest of the screen height, or eventually we can do one more thing because it will be last element of our column. So as of now, so what we have to do, we have to write expanded and child, and here we have to add some text. Now we have to add a custom text here. So I add a text here from the internet, so you can make any text from here. So when we add the text, and what we can do, we make some style of it. So we give a text style and we give the font size as 20 and font weight is bold, and if we want to hot reload it, as you can see, this is showing that the strong man is the strongest when alone. Maybe that is true. So that the text is showing when any kind of custom font is added. So if we want to do custom font, what you have to do, you guess it right, we have to first open that our project directory, that is root of our project, and under that assets you have to make a new folder, not the properties, sorry for me, that will be fonts. And under that fonts, what we have to do, we have to add that font, so that the Poppins regular, and we add the font here. Just also copy the name of the font because we have to write it otherwise we have to write it manually. After that, what we have to do, we have to go to the prospect.yml, our favorite file of every Flutter application. Now what we have to do, you can uncomment one of the fonts family, not have to do for every font family. If you want to use more than one custom font, you can add in that way family fonts in that way. Okay, so as of now I want to add a single custom font, so that's why I want to uncomment one of it. Now, as you know, as I said in the last video, for adding the asset items, we have to write it manually in that way, asset / images. But in case of font, you have to specify the particular font, because otherwise that will be not work, because for a single font multiple variations will be present, just like regular, italic, semi bold, and many on. So you have to specify the name of the font along with the path. Okay, so we have just only one variation, so we don't need more than one variation. So here what we have to do, we have to write that path from the root of the project, because it is by default pointing the root of the project, and under that assets fonts, and we have to give the font name. Okay, and the font name we want to give as Poppins. We can manually give any kind of name, so I give the related name here of the font, it's Poppins. And as I said in the last video, when you want to include any asset through your prospect.yml, you have to first close the project, and we have to run flutter pubget to load the changes or load the assets or load the changes in the prospect.yml in our project. Now the font family is getting loaded in our project. Now what we can do, before starting the project, go to the main.dart, and in the main.dart, under that material app, I think there will be a theme, and that will be theme data. Okay, so that the theme data is present, and under that theme data we can include the font family. And in the font family, what we have to do, we have to give the same name that is written under that font family under the prospect.yml, otherwise that the font family will be not load, and that's why we can give here pop-ins. And if we want to run the project again, let's see what happened. And as you can see, when we start the project, the font family is changed. So if we want to see the changes, we can do one thing. We have to first comment out it, and if we want to go back to the previous one, now we have to hot restart this, because this is at the root of the project, and when you change anything from the root of the project, you have to make the hot restart, otherwise that will not work. Okay, so make it hot restart, and let's see what the old text is showing. So that was the old text. So what is the meaning of adding font family here under that material app widget? So when you add font family under that material app widget, that font family will be applicable by default for all of the font in your Flutter app. Okay, now if you want to use multiple fonts for multiple text, and if you want to do the customize on based of the text, what you have to do, instead of adding font family in the material under that material app, what you have to do, under that text here, under the text style, what you have to do, there is also a same property name as font family, and here you have to give that particular font family. Okay, and if you want to hot reload here, you can see the font is getting changed. Okay, one more property of text, that is you can align the text in many forms. So what we have to do, that is present under the text, not in the text style, so we have to give the text align. And what we have to do, text align dot center. So when we use a text align dot center, the text is at the center of the screen. In that same way, we can do that at the end of the screen. So it is showing at the center of the screen. Okay, so the text is now showing at the center of the screen. So in that way you can use the custom font, and as I said in the prospect.yml, if you have the multiple font or having a same font of multiple variations, you can add in that way. Okay, so we will add many more fonts when we do the many more project in this series, so stay tuned for that. Hope you love this video. If you love this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. The new video of this series is coming very soon. Hope you stay safe. Have a nice day. Bye.